I wanna be the greatest. Everybody on the fake shit. I look around and feel like everybody is the fakest. I make this every day and I'm impatient, hoping one day I blow up from the base.
Welcome back to another episode of Lone Star College Football. We've got some new Ncaa rules that are being voted on. I want to talk about it for a little bit. Before we do that, though, I've got a question for you. Okay, call it an icebreaker, if you will. I saw this on the Cover 3 Sports Podcast. It was an interesting question. It says, which would you be able to do in a collegiate game? And you had to pick one. You just got to pick one. Do you think it's easier to complete a pass 5 yards down the field, rush for 2 yards, catch a pass in front of the line of scrimmage, or to kick an extra point? Me personally, I'm going to say hand me that rock. I'm going to get 2 yards, okay? Mainly because I feel like getting 2 yards, if your offensive line does their job, you should be able to get 2 yards. I'm going to get cracked, though. Don't get me wrong. I'm not going to get no further than that. But completing a pass, man, I'm short. Like, I'm 5'11". Like, I know there are some quarterbacks who are short and they're able to do it, but that's not me. Catching a pass in front of the line of scrimmage, well, I guess technically I could run, a little quick out or something, but I don't want to get hit by them linebackers. And I know what you're thinking. Well, if you're running up the gut, you're going to get hit anyways. But it's different between being in an open space and getting hit and being in a pile of people and getting hit. You know what I mean? And then I already know good and well I can't kick an extra point. So, yeah, let me know in the comments what y'all think about that. But like I said earlier, today's actual video is going to be about the new rules that are being proposed. And to be honest, most of the there's only 4. And the first 2, nothing. No big deal. Whatever. Do whatever you want. The first one is prohibiting consecutive timeouts. Like, you can't ice the kicker twice. I don't care. That's fine. One of the videos I watched on all this was saying that statistics show that it doesn't actually have any effect on the kicker. So I don't care. They're having no untimed down at the end of the first or the third quarter. So right now, if you commit a penalty on the last play in the first or third quarter, they give you one more play. If the defense commits a penalty, the offense gets an untimed down. Once again, doesn't matter. Just go to commercial break, come back to the next quarter, play the down, whatever. But these next 2 are where the problems come in. So number 3 is the clock runs after all first downs except within the 2-minute warnings of each half. That can change the game quite a bit. And then the 4th one's probably the worst one. The clock continues to run on incomplete passes once the ball is spotted. Current rule, incomplete pass, the clock stops until the next snap. They want the clock to continue running as soon as the ball snaps. If you throw the ball 35 yards down the field, you've got a few seconds. The ref's got to get the ball and get it spotted. But once it's spotted, the clock's running. Let's talk about a few things. One is how is it impacting the game? Well, it's going to make the game shorter, right? And we as fans, we say if you want the game to be shorter, take out the commercials. None of us, we don't want commercials. To be honest, you could make a game, right now it's quarters, right? 4 15-minute quarters. You could make it 6 15-minute quarters, and I'd sit down and watch the whole thing. Okay, the game being longer doesn't hurt the fans. It doesn't hurt us at all. We would take less commercial breaks. If you want it to be shorter, less commercial breaks. The problem is they say they're doing this for player safety. I don't really believe that's why. Personally, I don't think they care about player safety any less than I think that anybody in any field, when you're making money, you don't care about the employees as much. You care about making money. Everybody knows that's true. I think there are individuals who probably do care about the players, but for the NCAA as a whole, they don't care. And what their idea is, they're saying, well, if we go to a 12-game playoff, now to win a national championship, you're going to have to play 17 games. Okay, so you want to implement rules that take 7 plays out of a game? That's the average, by the way, for the clock running after first downs would take about 7 plays out of the game, so 3.5-ish plays per team. The clock running on an incomplete pass they said it takes between 18 and 22 plays. So at the most, if it's taking 22 off that and 7 off you're talking about 29, almost 30 plays. That's 15 plays per team. That's a drive for two. That's a one really long drive or two drives or drive and a half. Like you're taking significant amount of time off of the clock to make these games shorter. Upsets are going to happen more often. Whenever you have a game in which the team that's supposed to win starts slow and the underdog starts fast, a lot of times you see late in the third, early to late in the fourth, the better team starts coming back and then they end up winning. That's going to happen less because the game will be over sooner. Okay, as well as comebacks, right? For the underdog to come back and win, because it happens all the time where even the better team will be winning and the underdog, they stay close enough. Close enough isn't going to cut it if the game's shorter. You need one more drive. You're the underdog. You need one more drive to seal it. It's not going to happen. You won't have that drive. Lower scoring games. Who wants lower scoring games? We want action. We want touchdowns. And you're going to make the game shorter and less exciting. And that just isn't, it's not better for the game of football. Passing the ball late in the game could be better because the clock's going to run the same as it would if you ran the ball, and passing the ball has a higher chance of converting into first downs. So right now, clock managing strategy, if you watch games or play Madden, you'll know late in the game, if you need to score, throwing the ball, you got it. Well, you throw the ball, and if it's incomplete, it stops the clock. You don't want to run the ball because the clock's going to run. So unless you break off a long run or can get out of bounds, the clock's going to continue to run. Whereas now, you kind of get to choose if these pass, which I don't really think I think the first two will. And I think the clock running after a first down might. I don't think the incomplete pass one will. But also, you got to think if you're winning a game and you have the ball. Right now, if you're winning and you have the ball with a minute left, you run the ball, right? It's safer, less chance of a turnover, and the clock continues to run. Well, now you could technically pass the ball. Even if it's incomplete, the clock will run. Defenses will have to play different. I will say at that end, though, you're probably not going to choose to pass the ball too often because there's a higher turnover chance on that. So I don't know. I don't know what the strategy would be. Technically, it'd be safer to just get the ball and spike it because that'll waste clock than it is to even hand it to the running back and risk a chance of a fumble, technically speaking, which once again is even less exciting. Because now if you're a fan at home or you're at the game watching, you're like, oh, if we can get this stop right here, or we have to force a fumble. If we can force a fumble, we can win. Because if they punt the ball, we got to go too far. But if we can force a fumble, we can win. And they're just going to spike the ball and the game it's over. You have no shot. I mean, I guess it's the same as taking a knee, but it just makes the game less exciting. I would say if you want to make the game safer, say, these kids are taking too many hits within this span of time, and you're like, we have to add games. I would say instead of trying to do this and make games shorter, why don't we just add another bye week where these kids get a break? Right? You get one bye, make it 2 bye weeks. That's fine. There's 12 weeks of football. All right, you get bye week 5 and you get another one week 11. Right? That's not bad. Play 5 games, take a break. Play 5 games, take a break, and then you in that situation you play week 12 to the end. You play 17 weeks of football, so that would be 2 bye weeks, and it would work. It would work a whole lot better than this. Some people are saying you skip the extra point. 97.9% of extra points were made last year. So just you can either make it an automatic point or just don't show it. Don't play it. If you just want to say we want to make it shorter, just don't show it. Just go to commercial break while that kick is going. It'll make it faster a little bit. And if they miss it, then of course you come back after commercial and you show it. Shorter reviews for penalties. The reviewing process is insane. I mean, how many times have there been a penalty where you're watching at home on the couch and you're like, oh, that's clearly a penalty. Hey, he grabbed his face mask. Why are we watching this for 4 minutes trying to figure out if he grabbed it? He clearly grabbed the face mask. He was clearly holding. Obviously, he blocked him in the back. But it feels like the refs take 6 minutes to check it out. I mean, the targeting one I get is kind of complicated. And to be honest, us at home, we don't even fully know what targeting is because I've seen a Texas player get grabbed by the left tackle and thrown into the quarterback, and they called targeting on it and kicked him out of the game. They reviewed it, said, "Yep, it's targeting." I think it was Breckenhager. Kicked him out of the game for it. And then you got DeMarvion Overshones last year where he sacks the quarterback and their face masks like butt up against each other, and they kicked him out of the game for it. It's like I thought targeting was like crown of the helmet, head and neck area. I guess face mask to face mask tackle, which only makes sense if you're a quarterback looking down the field that when the linebacker hits you, I don't know. I don't know. I don't understand the rule, so I get why it takes them 12 minutes to look at it because they don't know the rule either, and they have to make something up every single time. And then I've seen some that are obvious, like, yeah, that's textbook targeting, and they bring it back. So I have no clue. Put a sensor in the ball, right? It just makes sense. We don't have to review anymore. If the first down marker has a sensor and the football has a sensor, you don't have to review whether or not the football crossed the first down marker. Look at the sensor. Did the sensor beep? Not an actual audible beep, but did it tell the marker that, hey, I passed you? Same with the goal line. That's all you got to do. It's easy. Easy. And it would save so much time. And then this one, it's an interesting concept. Have an opening kickoff, have a halftime kickoff, but every other score, you just get the ball to 25. Don't worry about kickoffs. I can see where that makes sense. You've got a guy, the really punt returns are the scarier ones. Because kickoffs, you've got blockers. Punt return, you're just kind of standing there looking up, hoping you don't get murdered while you're trying to catch that ball. This, do an opening kickoff, do a halftime kickoff. Each team gets one kickoff a game. The rest of the time, you're going to start on the 25-yard line. Once again, that would take away from excitement. But if it's for player safety, that's something I could semi get behind. I don't know about fully because everybody loves a good kickoff return. As long as it's your team returning, everybody loves a good kickoff return. With that being said, that's all I got. Y'all let me know what y'all think about these. I don't care if you want to pass rules to do some things, especially those first two, right? You don't want to call consecutive timeouts. Cool. I don't really care for teams to do that because usually we get a commercial break out of it. So I don't care for that. You don't want to let them, what was the other one? An untimed down at the end of the third quarter. Cool. I don't care. But when you start doing things that's going to genuinely change the outcome of multiple games a year and create shorter games week by week by week, I don't really care for that. And mind you, as a Texas fan, I mean, wouldn't it kind of help us some? How many games do we blow late? If the games are a little bit shorter, we might have won. I mean, I get, it kind of helps us, but I don't want that. I want to win because we learn how to make second half adjustments and actually just go out there and dominate in the second half like we can the first half. That's how I want to win, not because the game got shorter. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section. Y'all do us a favor. Like the video. Subscribe to the channel if you made it this far. Appreciate y'all rocking with us. Give Casey Crutcher a call. See what he can save you on your home, auto, life, health, business, commercial insurance at Rollo Insurance at 903-948-5195. And let him know that Lone Star College Football sent y'all his way. With that being said, appreciate y'all rocking with us. Until next time. Welcome.